Hey guys, it's me, Michael, and today we're playing Klonoa, A Door to the Phantomile on the Phantomile. Sorry, I don't know why I said mobile. On PlayStation 1. Sorry, that's a rough start. This is actually a really good series that didn't sell well. There was a sequel on PlayStation 2. There was actually a game on Bandai WonderSwan that never came over here. I should really assign my memory card. And then there were several sequels on the Game Boy Advance, and then there was a remake of this game on the Wii. And out of all the games, I don't think any of them sold well here, so the series never caught on. But if you like the Mario Brothers games, excuse me, sorry about that. If you like the Mario Brothers games, you would probably like this. It's a good platformer. Let me get this stuff straight. This is a really awkward video intro. I hate assigning the memory cards to there. Dude, I just assigned it. There we go. Alright, maybe we can play the game finally. Alright, here we go. Off to a slow start. Hopefully this isn't a bad omen. Just go with Mikey. I like the little magnifying effect there. Simple but effective. Put my name all in caps. I didn't lowercase it. It's alright. It'll do. I saved some of these games just in case that I decide to do a playthrough. Yeah, it's in stereo. Alright. It's kind of weird how they give you the options after the fact. But it's okay. One thing you'll notice about this particular game that I like that they changed in the Wii remake, although you can change it in the options, is that the characters don't speak in any kind of particular language. This has that kind of, I don't know how you would describe it, like that older jazzy CD soundtrack that a lot of these Japanese games have that you don't really hear too much anymore in games. It's kind of sad in some respects that seems like most of the games that are coming out these days have been extremely westernized. Like a lot of Japanese companies and stuff like that are trying to copy what developers are doing here in like the US and Europe and like anywhere beside like Japan, which is where a lot of these kind of games originated from. So a lot of the Japanese original kind of games are disappearing. The only time you really see a lot of older school style games is sometimes through indie games, and it's a shame, but at the same time, like, there hasn't been a lot of innovation. Like, if you play like a lot of Japanese games, like they're like the same kind of game that you might have played on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 a long time ago. like Lollipop Chainsaw was like a really like cool looking game and stuff like that, but at the same time there wasn't really a lot of innovation on like the controls or the animation and stuff like that compared to like I guess like what they've done with God of War, where it's really fluid. But I think God of War is getting into that area where there's not much innovation with that series. But I don't know how much innovation you could put in God of War, so I don't know. Maybe they reached the limit. But it's a shame like games like Castlevania that are originally from Japan aren't from Japan anymore. And to me, it really shows like the direction and style's completely different. But this is a Japanese game, and it's fun, it's quirky. I mean, it's PlayStation 1 generation, but it's still fun to this day. And like I said, there's a remake on Wii, but I do prefer this over the remake, even though the Wii one version looks a lot better. I own the Wii version, but my Wii's in storage and stuff like that, and I haven't decided if I'll ever do Wii videos. If I do, they'll be posted on here, so you'll know. But as far as right now goes, like, I don't see me doing any kind of Wii videos. I really don't have that many Wii games. And come to think of it, like when it comes to the Wii, there weren't like a lot of games that appealed to me that like I would want to play again or show or talk about. Like most of the games on the Wii that I think they're really good are just the Nintendo exclusives. I think the only like Nintendo game, and it was still an exclusive on the system, that I really liked was Capcom versus Tatsunoko, or was it Tatsunoko versus Capcom? It was either or. I don't know what order it was in, but that game was really cool. I wanted to play the Silent Hill game that they made for it, but I never got a chance to. But beside that, like Mario Galaxy and Super Smash Brothers were really the only games I really enjoyed on the system. I liked having the virtual console, but most of the games I put on there were mostly out of convenience because I had the games already on like other systems. You'd think this game would be easy to localize just because nobody like speaks in like any kind of real language. Everything that's like legible is just the text. You can see he has a cool little Pac-Man hat on. I like how Namco like always kind of like makes references to their other games. Yeah, you won't see that kind of reaction in an American game. Okay, I gotcha. That thing kind of reminds me of a Pokemon or like something like Pikachu. It sounds like one. Alright, so as you can see, like on the bottom, you're supposed to collect these little puzzle pieces. It's weird to think, but I've never actually finished this game. I rented it a long time ago and got far, and I had to take it back. And then I waited for a very long time for the video store to eventually sell this game used when they were getting their PlayStation 2 games. I don't know what this game is worth now. It probably would have decreased in value because of the Wii game. But I remember this game was worth like $100. It started to become rare. I have no idea if it's worth any money now, but I'm actually playing this off of the disc. I can't remember or not if this was re-released on the PlayStation Network. If not, it should be one of the games in. Klonoa 2 is actually really good too, although I do prefer the first one. between both of them. It might just be nostalgic for me, and I'm looking through that nostalgia lens. But this is my favorite version of the game. I never played any of the Game Boy Advance or Wonder Swan games, but I have seen like other people review them and stuff, and they're 2D, and part of the appeal of this game, I think, is that 2.5D level design. Vision clear. Uh-oh. I like the little pop-up book effect. Would I like to save my game? Well, okay. Since you asked nicely. Wow, that was really weird. Speaking to the game like it was like a child or something. Oh, I want that puzzle piece. I think there's a way to get around. Here we go. I'm trying to make it difficult for me. Even though the sprites are kind of chunky, I do like the sprites on top of the polygon background. I'll get my little puzzle piece. I think those things affect the ending, but I don't remember. This game is about as difficult as, I guess, a Mario game. I think the thing that ramps up most of the difficulty is actually trying to find all the pieces. Like with stuff like that, like I think this game, stuff like that, like what I was referencing was the egg that was kind of in the foreground. I said with things, what I was trying to say is like with things like that, I think a game like this would translate really well on that 3DS. Or anything in 3D really. This would be kind of like if they made a PlayStation or Xbox Live arcade game, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know if they'll ever bring another Klonoa game. They've made several attempts, and every time they attempted to make it, like, it doesn't sell well. And it just might be because of the art design. I remember when they came out, the Wii version, they drastically changed the look of Klonoa. And nobody liked the character design because of it, but they were just desperately trying to find ways so it appeals to people. But I think part of the problem is that there's like virtually like no marketing for it. Unless you played the game or seen a video on it like on YouTube or something, you probably wouldn't know much about Klonoa. Like, it's one of those games that people don't really talk about. And I guess if you saw it like at the store, it would just look like any other cutesy kind of game that would come out. It's like one of those games that you'd have to play to really appreciate. I'm probably missing one of the puzzle pieces, but for the sake of the video, I'm not really that stressed out about it. I'd like to get one of you guys or whatever you are to hold on to so I can get to that egg and break it open, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Man, I'm spacing. I always say that. It's kind of hard for me to explain why I get that way. Even though like nobody's here, I know that people are going to eventually watch these videos, so I almost feel like I'm reading like a paper in front of a classroom. It's super awkward. But I'm getting better at it. Sometimes I want to redo some of these videos, and I might in the future. Like, I was thinking about sometimes adding on to the videos, like if I didn't show you like everything in the game, like show you different parts of the levels. But I don't I'm almost trying to refrain from calling them playthroughs, because I think when you do a playthrough, people like expect you to like finish the game like within a short period of time. Like they want to see like part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. like in a certain amount of like days, you know. And I'm thinking about rather just like doing add-ons to like older videos and stuff like that. Like if I want to show more of the game, just continue on. That way there's no promise that I'll like ever finish the playthrough or whatever you want to call it. So there's multiple paths, obviously, as you can see, but and it's usually for the sake of getting those puzzle pieces. Ouch. These things always look like something that like just grew 3 testicles. It's weird. Maybe I'm just weird for thinking that. It's probably a mixture of both. Oh, an extra life in the form of a coin. Ouch. A little X to let you know to hit that thing. This game's not too heavy on texture, so like it almost has like a Nintendo 64 smoothed out look, except not blurry. So it actually kind of holds up pretty well. Another life? Well, thank you. I first played this game on a PlayStation Magazine demo. They have some form of the PlayStation Magazine, but it's not the same people. Uh-oh. It's an awesome 3D effect there. Not really. I don't know why. They're like these weird voices kind of are appealing. Like I remember playing the Wii version. I didn't know that they redubbed the voices, and I absolutely hated it. But then I was taking around options, and sure enough, you could switch back to the regular voices, and like it made the game twice as enjoyable. I had no idea at the time, but apparently the voices impacted my enjoyment of these of this series. Like it's weird. And then when I played Klonoa 2, after playing this game, I couldn't get over how good the graphics are. But after playing that, there's just some appeal about the sprites and the limited graphics and the fuzzy voice acting and stuff like that. But the PlayStation 2 had that weird, like, voice acting that was no particular language, but this one's more appealing. I don't know why. It's just because the sound quality is a little bit fuzzier. It helps. It almost sounds like you're trying to listen like on a radio and you can't quite get the station. It just makes it surreal for me for some reason. And I love these bosses. They remind me of playing like a game on like the Sega Genesis. Oh, I was hoping it would turn around. I haven't played this game in a long time. Wow, I used to be able to beat them really fast. Him, her, I actually don't know what the sex is. I like the health bar. It kind of looks out of place though. It looks like it should be in like a spaceship shooter or something. A little vector graphics. Oh no. Little mouse thing. If you have PlayStation 2 or playing this on an emulator, like the the chunky sprites look so different because it smooths it out, and I kind of prefer the pixelation of them. Well, looks like you got beat. That particular boss wasn't really a challenge, but proud of myself nonetheless. Something fell. It's a key. So gullible. He didn't even question it. Weird looking character. I have no idea what they're supposed to be. They're like half cat, half dog, raccoon thing. Don't even ask me what that floating thing's supposed to be. But anyway, I'm gonna probably stop the video here. I think this is enough excitement for one video. This was Klonoa on the PlayStation 1. Definitely check it out. And if you have a Wii and don't have a PlayStation or any means to get this game, the Wii version I think is fairly easy to get. I don't know what the Wii version's called offhand, but if you just look up Klonoa and Wii, there's only one Klonoa game on there, so it should be fairly easy to find. This Klonoa has the door of the Phantomile, or a Phantomile, or I don't know, I never heard anybody say it. Like some of these weird games, like it looks like it says something and then it's like pronounced like a different way, so if I'm butchering how to say it, I apologize. But thank you guys for watching, and remember to leave comments, like the video, and to subscribe. And if you want, you can check out the game, the channel description. I have a list of consoles, and if there's a particular game on the console that you would like me to play, just send me a message either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. I'll be more than happy to play that game for you. Sorry, I'm kind of spacey right now again. But yeah, and if you have any suggestions of things that you would like to see on this channel, or suggestions of how to improve it, like, I'll be more than happy to listen, you know, because it's not just me that's watching the channel, it's you guys too. So until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.